Welcome back to the Predator European Youth Pool Championship, presented by Terme Alinea Resort and organised by the European Pocket Billiard Federation. The game is 10 ball and it's time to decide who takes home those gold medals. Firstly, on table 3, it's the girls. Welcome into the arena, representing Switzerland, Shirin Vodary. And her opponent tonight from Sweden, Linnea Hjalmarström. On to table 2 in the under-19 division. We welcome from Lithuania, Jokubas Silantievas. And his opponent from Sweden, Walter Laikra. And finally on table 1, it's boys under 17s. Firstly, representing Slovenia, Max Benko. And from Lithuania, Azuolas Tadaravicius. Your referees in charge of tonight's finals. On table 3, Gintaras Petrovas of Lithuania. On table 2, Miha Vovko of Slovenia. And on table 1, Daniel Meyerhofer of Switzerland. Players, you may lag for the break.
Hello and welcome to the final of the European Youth Championships presented by Predator. We have Azuolas Tadaravicius from Lithuania and Max Benko, hometown favorite from Slovenia. This is Eric Orlifson, joined by Graham Hickman. Looking forward to a great match here. Two players right at the top of the division facing off in the finals. Good to be with you, Graham.
Yeah, thanks, Eric. Looking forward to this one. As you said, these two players are firing really high level at the moment, and obviously the local favourite, as Luke said there, Max Benko, I think he's going for back-to-back gold medals, which is pretty impressive. And the young Lithuanian player, Azuolas, if that's how you pronounce it, apologies if I don't say it so well, but he had a bronze, I think, last year, so he's already done one better, Eric, and yeah, he'd love to get the gold as well, but he's in for a tough match with Benko.
Yeah, I did his quarterfinal match, and he played a one-mistake match, winning 6-1, completely dominating the match. Look for this to be like highly competitive. So race to 6, so quick action. Both players going to be looking like to get off to a good start here.
Yeah, and I like the break box. We have the break box in action as well. You can see on the table the two white lines. Players have to break from outside of that. I don't know about you, Eric, but it hasn't made a massive difference in terms of breaks. I've seen a lot of solid breaks, even with the break box in operation.
Yeah, you're just going to see less of the 2 balls behind the head ball going in. Did see one there, the 4 ball going straight back. But when you can attack it from closer to the center, you have more of a chance to make both. Good break here from Azuolas. He's on the 1. Is the 2 past the 10, Graham? I don't think so.
I think it might do, you know. Just maybe. He's looking there with a lot of intent, but either way, if it doesn't go, we'd be playing the 1 and looking for some safety. Other than that, the balls are pretty wide open. The 3 ball maybe goes in top left and the right centre and the right top. So 1 to 2 is going to be the shot here, I think, Eric. Big decision if it does go.
Yeah, he's walking around pretty aggressively. He's a fast player. the way he's played the cue ball there, I believe it does go. Has decently natural position towards the 3 in the right middle. Still having a close look at it, though. Definitely doesn't have the full pocket here.
Yeah, one good shot here. I mean, 6 ball, 7 ball, and the 5 ball are pretty much over the pockets to some degree. All very close vicinity at least. So this is probably the shot here. If he can get nice on this 3, you would fancy him to, well, definitely run out from here. It must be tight, Eric, that's for sure.
He's called it. Could be an option to overcut it if it didn't go, so he believes it does go. Nice shot.
Wow,
Little heavy on
these
the
didn't it really?
Yeah, a little heavy on the speed. Gonna have to avoid the 610 coming around 3 rails, but he does have open space on the left side of the table. Just past the 6, nicely done.
Yeah, this is the shot here. As long as he can come back down, even if he's high or low on the 6, he still should be fine. One good shot, and I think he's in 8 to 9 maybe. A little bit of care, but I don't really see any major issues here, Eric, in all honesty. Not if he gets on this 6.
Oh, he's short, Graham.
He is.
Too thin in the side, and cue ball's going to the side pocket if he plays it in the corner. Could play an aggressive bank. Safes aren't easy. Pretty tough to get behind the 7. A bit of a mistake here from Tadaravicius in the first rack. He's having a look at playing in the side. It's very thin. I think he just looked quickly there.
Yeah, mistake there. That was a golden chance, to be fair. Balls were in prime position. A little bit of a loose one, but he's called the bank. Benko is a bit of an aggressive player as well. I've seen him a few times already through this European Champs, and obviously he's played on the Euro Tour and he's doing a lot of travelling and events, so he's very seasoned in terms of events. But he's an aggressive player.
He has a 3rd place in an open men's event at the Slovenian Open. He's played in a few Matchroom junior tournaments, won one of them. So coming in as a favorite here as far as experience and a little bit skill-wise. 729 Fargo puts him in a pro player rating. He's got a chance, Graham. Just short.
So second prize. I think it's landed okay. He might have the far right edge of the 6, if anything. But this is not easy to get safe either, even if he can hit the far right edge. Well, he's playing the cross bank, Eric, I think. He must
yeah, not much for safe. Yeah, if he does play the 6 towards the bottom right, he could get coverage with the 8-10, even if he doesn't make it. So smart shot here.
Oh, he's going up and down.
Yeah, I thought he had the right edge as well. It's perfect.
Wow, what a shot he's played there. Half chance at this 10 ball. If he can catch the 6 pretty full, there is a chance for the 10. He's definitely going to call it.
Benko's not afraid to play with a little emotion. Can see a little head shake there, knowing that the only way he really could have got safe there was to get behind the 8, or maybe the 6 behind the 10. Well, a lot of these junior players have some fire in them. Nice contact.
Yeah, I'll take that. Definitely take that. Nothing really to go at other than another safe. He's got options. Can try to hide the cue ball behind the 10, but then it doesn't leave much distance from the 6. What do you think, Eric? Did you go off the left side of the 6, try and put it on the bottom rail below the 10 maybe?
Yeah, I agree with you. Almost went in the side there. Yeah, he definitely had 2 options. The easier safe behind the 10 or creating more distance. It's a preference call there. Did pretty well. Benko has another shot at a long bank here. I wonder if he'd shoot 2 long banks in one game.
Yeah, and the 6-ball is far enough off the rail. These are much more inviting in terms of control, I think, for banking.
Here he goes again. Just a little short again. Nice speed, though.
Yeah, but with the 7 over the corner, it basically just means you try to focus on the pot. Do you think the 8-ball could come into play here, Eric, if he just drops it in? I don't know if he's not going to risk getting hooked. Might just have to play it with a little bit of pace, maybe.
It could, yeah, just a half speed higher than completely comfortable. Gut check time here. He'll be feeling a bit of nerves. This is his first European final. He's got it.
Wow.
Nice shot.
Not sure. Very confident.
Lithuania starting to produce some players at the top of the junior division, also showing promise to become world-class players. They also have a finalist in the under-19 final, Slenchievis, following in the footsteps of Pius Labutis.
Oh, he's perfect on this 8 as well. So what a great 6-ball that was. Really good shot. Well deserved. Yeah, I think you called it at the start, Eric. This is going to be a very good match. They're both aggressive, good players. You would fancy a little bit of fireworks, maybe a bit of drama. Could be a close one. Of course, you never know in pool. Somebody could run away, but he takes the first rack, and good shot there to make the shot. I think it's interesting because Max Benko won the straight pool already, so he has one gold medal under his belt. He's going for another one here, so he'll be feeling super confident, or at least in his mind he'll be feeling pretty confident after winning a medal already. But this is Azuolas. He's no easy draw. He's definitely up for it.
Break back over to Benko in rack number 2. Both players a threat to break and run. So if he's breaking from the left side of the table, the 5-ball has more of a chance to go in than the 7. Cue ball off the table. 2 balls down, so inviting chance here for Azuolas in the second rack.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mistake, really. Got far too excited, I think, and lost the cue ball. But as you said, 2 balls went down, which removes a bit of the traffic from the table. And the 1 and 2 are pretty nicely placed. And these balls are all sitting very nice around that centre part of the table, Eric. So it's keep the cue ball in the middle of the table, it looks like. Options.
Yeah, just 4 to the 5. I think he'll want to stay up the left side. Avoiding the 7, drawing over the left long rail.
With it being a race to 6, a couple of rack head start is going to be worth its weight in gold. It's a relatively, I'm not saying short race, but you know, when you see the Euro Tours and some of those races are to 8s and 9s, a 6, you have to get off to a good start, like you said at the beginning. And boy, this is a great chance to have a perfect start, really.
Smart shot there, avoiding the 7, crossing the angle a little bit more. 7 just played real big into the line he wanted on the 5 on the left side.
Yeah, he's a bit straight, but he can draw it back off the long rail if he wants, but that 9 does come into play, so pace is important here. Yeah, that's why he's decided not to do it. Shows confidence in his long game, I think, there as well. Happy to take a little bit of a longer shot.
100%. If there's any doubt in his mind, probably would have tried to get closer, involve the 9 a little more, but this is a safer play if you're confident in your pocketing.
A little bit short. Just means he has to move the cue ball up table and back down. He's probably going to have to avoid the 10 and go off the short rail, I think, Eric. I don't think he can run this. Not sure.
Yeah, he's got to avoid the 10 here. Nicely played.
Probably take a little bit more difficult 10 ball, I think. Yeah, I don't think he'll go crazy with this 9, judging by his last shots. He might just play a bit of a stop shot, kind of stun it a little bit. Yeah. I like what I'm saying, Eric. You mentioned at the beginning you've seen him play. It's the first time I've seen him play. I'm very impressed at his demeanour and shot selection. I like it. Very good play indeed.
Yeah, it reminds me of Pius a little bit shorter on the backstroke length, but still good timing in his stroke. Gets around the table quickly. You know, it really helps when you have someone to idolize, and I'm sure Pius has helped him out a little bit in his development.
Yeah, definitely. It's great to see young players coming through, especially from countries, I guess, that maybe don't have the production belt. You know, if you look at the Germans and Austrians, Polish, so many players. Maybe Lithuania, you would say, is maybe not a high recognised in terms of many players, but if this is the kind of talent they're bringing through, very impressive.
Yeah, same with Slovenia. Really becoming, you know, all countries in Europe becoming a threat now.
Yeah, 100%. So this is a big break now. We'd love to get a break and run here. Gets a ball in the top. Oh, a little bump on the 1 ball. It's not going to be nice. It was looking like he might have had a shot on the 1, but not to be.
Going to be on a push here. Not going to be possible to combo the 10 in, so anything up table could play okay. He's got to be careful, though. If he does push up table, he might leave such a bad shot that Benko just immediately passes it back, and he could be in a bad spot himself. Yeah, I like over to the side rail here. Smart play. Benko will be looking for cover behind the 8 and 9. It's going to leave the 1 kind of in open play, so got to focus on the cue ball here.
Yeah, it's a funny one, Eric, because exactly what you've just said. It's one of those shots where if you don't feel totally happy you're going to get covered, do you give it back? But then you run the risk of being hooked yourself. So, yeah, I think he's got to play it. There's plenty cover down the table.
Nicely played.
Well. Could be a jump shot here.
Becomes a blocker. Yeah. 10 ball could make the pocket a little bigger. Possible to hit the 10 and still have the 4 going to the short rail.
Yeah, did you see him jump much in his match at all? Does he look pretty good with a jump cue?
Not any shots that really come to mind, but I mean, he's a class player. You know, expect him to hit this ball for sure, have a chance at making it. Look at that. Great shot.
Wow. Yeah, nice shot. Definitely make a note of that one for the highlight reel. That was a very nicely done. Smooth, very well controlled.
And he's a threat now to get halfway to his total. Considering playing the combo just because he's a little thick and would have to play a lot of speed to come across to the opposite side of the table. I think he can get across if he wants. Just going to hold there. Conservative on the position. Reminder, WPA rules if the 10 is comboed in early, it's not a win, but the player will stay at the table. Going to be looking to control the 2 here. Not bad. Is the 10 going to mess up the pocketing for the 7 or the 9? I think it's going to be okay.
Yeah, and that 2's come down pretty nice. So he's got choices. It does look a little bit thinner on the side. Hard to tell from this angle. Can he just drop it in, or does he risk going into the 7, or can he just dead weight this in? I mean, he could play it in the long. All the way down. Tough one.
Yeah, he'll want to play it in the side if he can, and it looks like he is targeting the side here. Nice touch.
Yeah, it's all about 6 to 7, I think.
Yeah, I like playing the 6 in the long pocket. Minimize the cue ball movement. Avoid the traffic coming back towards it. Doesn't want to get too far inside this one.
Yeah, 7 does go on the bottom right, Eric, so he could stun it all the way across and have to take it in the bottom right. Maybe. Could be an option.
Yeah, I think he'll have to. We'll just have to baby the stroke a little too much to hold it on the right side of the table. At the same time, kind of has to overhit the speed to get over to the left, but on a shot like this, you want to favor a little more speed. He was able to hold it. Good touch again.
Wow. What a great shot, and he's played that absolutely inch perfect. If the 9 ball goes in the bottom left, that'll be even better because he can just play a stop shot on this 8 pretty much.
Looking to quickly get halfway to his total here. Just taking control. Just the one mistake on the break from Benko. Played a good safe in this rack, but jumped out of it all the way to the point of running out. Impressive play. He's going to have to move the 10 here.
Yeah, I think he's okay. Just a little bump. Doesn't need to hit it much pace at all. Doesn't want the 10 to run to a rail or anything. Just give it a little nudge. Should be fine. He has played it with pace. A bit risky. There's always a danger. He's still okay. He's flying, Eric. Absolutely flying.
Fast and furious from Azuolas here. Halfway to his total within about 10 to 15 minutes max. And Benko's going to take a break here.
Probably a smart move, to be honest. He needs to slow this kid down. He's absolutely flying at the moment.
Under 19 final going on table number 2. Another player from Lithuania, Slenčievas, against Walter Laikre.
Yeah, he's flying 3-0 as well, Eric. 3-0 against probably the favourite, I would say. So Lithuania in very powerful positions in the under 17 and the under 19. And in the ladies, Linnea Halmerstrom is 2-0 up against Sherin Volery, who's also going for back-to-back goals in the 10 ball. So, yeah, interesting stuff. Be interesting to see how the rest of this match evolves, to be honest. And yeah, we've got a lot more pool coming up for those who are sticking around over the weekend and Monday, Tuesday. We still have the conclusion of the 8 ball, which kicked off today, and the teams is underway as well. We will start the 9 ball in the next day or so, and then we'll come to a conclusion all on Tuesday. So yeah, these European Championships, Eric, are so much fun. I do enjoy all the different divisions, disciplines. Just nice to mix it up from having a one division event. It just spices up the games a little bit more.
Yeah, it gives the players maximum opportunity to gain experience, and that's what it's all about for the players that are going to make it through to the world stage out of these juniors. A lot of them with dreams of it, and early experience is important in that development.
Yeah, absolutely.
Predator doing a great job promoting the Euro Tour, raising the standard a little bit with the quality of the tables and overall arena presentation.
Yeah, the settings are perfect. I think the word you said is the key word. It's experience. When you travel around, and perfect example of that is the World Championships is starting from next week. Some of the players who were probably big favourites in a lot of these divisions, Felix Vogel, Riku Rompinon, they'll be leaving or already left to go to these World Championships. Probably some other players too. So many events going on. Plenty of pool. Makes you want to be under 19 player again, Eric, I think. if we could start again.
No kidding. Missed the boat a little bit in my prime. I almost qualified for the World Pool Championships 10 days ago. There's a chance we might get 2 spots out of Canada. I got second in the National Championships. Not for this year, for next year.
We'll see. Wow. That would be great, mate. Absolutely great.
Five ball down, 3 ball down. Not on the 1, though. Gonna take some digging here from Benko in this match. He would have been aware of his opponent's ability, but also would have made himself a favorite. He's kind of stuck now. Gonna have to fight for it. Gonna take the offensive route here.
But these are the kind of matches that give you the experience and the confidence to know that when your back's against the wall, you can battle it out, like you said. And sometimes you don't want to be 3-0 down, but if you want to battle it out and show that you've got the courage to do it, these are the moments to do it in gold medal games. Oh, what a great shot.
Got it. And position. Well. Great shot. On the rail, going to try to avoid the 10 coming back towards the 4. It is playing real big the way the cue ball is moving. First question is, can the cue ball miss the 8 with follow? It's playing close to it.
Yeah, it's a good call. He might need to... don't know if he can dig down a little bit. He might be okay. Oh, he's just dropping it in. Oh, I think he thought he missed it for a moment there.
Well, I think he had to play the very thick part of the pocket, too, to hold the cue ball up, so that was a great shot there.
Still needs one more. He's got to get this cue ball back down table. He does have a nice angle, though. He can just let his arm go a little bit on this. Natural angle's going to bring it down. Love to have enough pace to go past the 8. Has he got there? Don't know if he has. Don't think he has it.
Right, I don't think. Yeah, another jump coming from Benko here. This one a little easier than the first one, but anytime you're jumping, you have to really bear down on the overall execution.
Needs to be careful this cue ball doesn't go off the table. Oh, another great shot.
Again.
Wow.
The 7 going to end up okay. Just barely, I think, and he can draw into the 10 to hold the cue ball for the 8. But another missable shot coming up here from Benko. Stuck 3-0.
Wow, what a rack this would be to pinch. If I can say pinch, even though he broke from the offset, you didn't expect him to run out, but 2 fantastic jump shots. What a great 7. This would be such a rack.
Yeah, break and run with 2 jump shots. Rising to the occasion here.
And it could just be take just something like this to change momentum, even though obviously Azuolas hasn't really done anything wrong in this rack, but this would be just what Benko needs. Perfect on this 9, just to run through for the 10 in the side. What a run out.
Nicely played. I'll be back to Azuolas to break in rack number 5. Very nice.
Well, that was a fantastic. I think the 6 ball, like you said, was, I'm going to say, a little bit easier compared to the 1 ball. The 1 ball was pretty much in the middle of the table. But you have to say that was a fantastic break and run. That 7 ball was also a lot more difficult than it looked under pressure. Very well done. Much needed rack.
Yeah, the added difficulty on the 1 is he had to move the cue ball about 6 or 7 feet towards the 2, and he got pretty much perfect on the 2. Ended up a little funny where he thought to play a tough shot or a touchy shot, but great run out there.
Back to Azuolas break. Does he get anything down? Oh, he gets a lucky 4-ball, but the 1-ball isn't really in a good place. Oh, does he have a cheeky bank here, Eric? Is the parting of the balls just lined up for an aggressive shot here? Come round the back of the 2, maybe.
I believe it has, and he'll create natural distance if he does go for the bank. Gonna try to get the cue ball kind of down near the bottom right corner pocket to have any kind of chance of the 2. Still an aggressive try. Could just back off and play safe. Oh, a push. Is the 7 in the way, Graham? It sure looked like the 7 wasn't blocking him, but I guess it was.
I think you could definitely get an edge of the 1. It definitely didn't look completely hooked. But obviously we're not down in the arena, so he obviously didn't like it. And he has been playing quite aggressive. This is a bit of a... Well, he could take this on. It's a tough shot, but he will have potential shape on the 2. Not sure if it's going to come above the 6.
Yeah, I think it's running right into the area of the 3-6, but worth the risk here.
Yeah, he's kind of teed it up, hasn't he, to say have a go. But the way he's played it, it's not too bad. Could be in trouble here, though. There's quite a lot of traffic in the right side of the table, and he could separate these balls. And there's 3 or 4 balls that could give him some cover. If he does send the 1 down below the 10, put the cue ball up over next to the 8 ball, could be an option.
Nicely played. Only window here is between the 3-7. He has caught it to some extent. Just left the short rail.
Yeah, good chance to kick here. Kick and stick. Try and send that 1 ball up behind the 9 would be nice. Just keep that cue ball somewhere down by the 10. He's left a window here, Eric. I think you can swerve this round and kick it from behind.
Yep. Nicely played.
Yeah. Bit of a... Maybe could have been a bit tight on that safety shot. It's amazing how many times you can't leave that kick and stick.
It's amazing how many times you catch the window. There's 4 balls over there, right? But just, you know, and those are big rolls in short races like this, especially with higher level players that are threats to run the whole rack.
Well, another jump. It's a cue ball. Oh, well, there you go. So that safety shot he did play when he left the window, and a good kick and stick by Benko has earned him a ball in hand, and these balls are wide open. Don't see anything really.
Yeah, this is the turnaround Benko was looking for. Took a nice strategic break there when he was stuck 3-0. Some players would have just stayed in the arena, see what happens, and not guaranteed that things are going to turn just because he took a break, but also not coincidental.
You might have to play a little bump into 7 here. He's under hit that a little bit. Still fine. Oh, he's caught it nice as well. Perfect angle here. Nice. Kind of bring the cue ball back to the middle of the table. 7 in the top right. 8 looks okay in the side, you think, Eric? You can take it in the long bottom right corner, but it's on, I think.
I think so, especially with where the 7 is. He's going to be guaranteed to get pretty good on it. Might have the slightest angle going to the left here. He does. Can still roll through and maintain pretty good angle for the side.
Yeah, he could also draw it back if he wanted to. But he's just going to take it where it is. So that means it's not as thin as it looks on the camera.
Nice to see the pace of play that a lot of these juniors are playing at, too. Shows knowledge of the game. And it's one thing to play fast and just play reckless, but they're playing fast and in control. Probably watching a lot of Josh Filler growing up. Just noticing that if you do have knowledge of the game, playing rotation, it's okay to play at a higher pace when the balls are there.
Yeah, it's a good observation. Definitely the strong players, you can see their speed around the table is pretty good. I think it probably is down to players like Labutis and Filler, Pero. All the other players have all got pretty good pace around the table.
And learning how to manage a shot clock too, right? You know, it's even at a young age, these players are being exposed to playing with a shot clock, which is how it's going to be when they move on to the major stages. So just being able to recognize situations quickly, make decisions quickly, definitely a part of playing at a high level.
Yeah, and it's good that they have the shot clock here, even though I think George and I talked about this the other day, and you don't recognise there is a shot clock because they manage it so well. Occasionally you hear an extension here or there, but generally it's just not even an issue for a lot of these players. So when they do go on to those big events like a World Championships or some big major event when there is a shot clock, if you're on TV or something like that, it's a lot more accustomed to using it and understanding what it means. There was a moment yesterday, I think one of the young Finn players, he had the winning 10 ball and he could have easily went down and potted it, but he didn't. He went over to his table, cleaned his cue, set extension, took every second possible, and then got down and potted the winning 10, which I thought was very mature for a young junior.
Nothing down for Benko, bit of disappointment there. Hasn't left anything easy on the first shot, over top of the 10 and not a full pocket on the 1. Cue ball's kind of running into the 4 if he's going forward. Tough spot here for Azuolas. All ball fouls, of course. Doesn't want to contact the 10 on the way over here.
Yeah, this is very difficult. Always hard to control these. That's why he chose not to even go for it, but he's overhit it a little bit. Not so straightforward for safe, but I'm not sure if he can get the cue ball back above the 5 and behind the 9. I don't know if that's an option. Might not be on the angle.
Yeah, typically you wouldn't want to draw a safe, but lining the cue ball exactly up with the 1, just slow rolling it is tough, so I think he might try to get behind the 5 here. Have to draw it a little more.
The 2 ball's a question. Does it go in the side, or if not, it looks like from that angle it does look like it goes in the side. And the 3 ball is towards the corner as well, so you might be able to play a stop shot here. Just take the medicine on the 2.
Yeah, he's looking good to have a chance to run this rack. Toughest shot, obviously, the 1 to start. Nice shot. And from there, the position from the 5 to the 6. Azuolas looks pretty young. He looks not older than 15. Could even be possibly 14. Great talent. Oh, he's overcut this one.
Yeah, I think that was... Maybe it did look a little bit thinner on the camera. But he had no choice, really. I don't think he could have got much closer to the 2 anyway. But what a chance for Benko here. Shaking his head, but even if he lands thin on the 3, he can come back across the table for the 4.
Yeah, he just shows a little more emotion than most players. It's okay. You might have to cross this over. Small risk of the 5 and the 9 getting involved. It's okay there. I think playing the 6 in the long pocket's a good play again. Too much risk of getting behind the 10 if he shoots the 6 in the shorter pocket.
Yeah, I think that's much more the safer option to play. And even if he lands straight on it or a little bit awkward, he can go below the 10 and still be fine on the 7, depending how he lands on it. So he's got plenty of options. Just the question, is it a straight drawback or does he have to use the rail? Because that just sometimes changes how he play the shot and can be a little bit more difficult if it's a straight drawback. He's played it well,
straight. Yeah, got good on it. Little too much angle where he's going to have to baby the speed a bit. Cue ball is playing to the right of the 10. Yeah, he wants to hit it at higher speed, so he's looking at coming to the short side.
Yeah, I'm surprised, Eric. Surprised he went that way. I thought he could quite comfortably just pot that in and still be okay. It all depends how you feel at the moment, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, whenever you're shooting a ball that's further from the pocket like that, you want to favor more speed, but it just complicated the overall position to the point where he actually missed the ball. I kind of favored rolling that one in too. Catches the window again, so chance for Benko to take back control here. I think just the side rail safe is the safest play here. Little thick.
Hit the point.
Ooh, no, it got past it. And this is a spot where it's almost impossible to play safe. There is a bank into the top right, but if he has to cut it at all, the cue ball is playing into the side pocket. Tough spot here for Azuolas.
Yeah, this is not nice at all. I don't know if he's far enough to the right. He's going for a double bank. So he's going to play this with a lot of pace. It's going to straighten up, kind of go above the 10 ball and then try to go back across. Not a bad idea, to be honest. If he does catch it a little bit short on the second rail, it could go in off the 9 maybe, depending on how he plays it. Oh, well, maybe hit it all wrong.
Such a tough spot there. He's got away with it a little bit. Going to take a good shot here from Benko, and I think he might have to play the combo here. At least he's straight on the angle, but very tough when the cue ball is this far from the object ball. He's actually going to cross it over, kind of play like a two-way. This one's going to bank short most of the time, but recognizing the difficulty of the combo here. Chance for Azuolas.
Yeah, it's all about controlling the 6 ball here. You see a lot of players like to play these with a little bit more pace. Try and make sure I have the pot and send the object ball a little bit further away, but this might be a dead weight one. Now he's playing with pace. I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest, Eric.
Lost the cue ball as well on the side, so big turn of events here in the 5th rack. 6th rack, pardon me. Chance for Benko to level the score now. Yeah, I know what you mean, Graham. I mean, if he would have kind of pocket weighted it in, there was a chance for the 6 to get over the corner pocket and 0 risk with the cue ball. And he was just too worried that the 6 was going to come off in a bad spot.
Yeah, of course, it's easier to say that from where we sit, but I've seen it quite a bit. A few of the players playing it a little bit more pacey, hoping to control the 6 ball off a couple of rails, or maybe it's just me in the old school. I think if you can play it slow, then give it every chance to stay over the pocket. But again, all depends how you feel. But what a chance to get 3-3. Big turn of events in this match with Azuolas flying. All of a sudden, he's looking at 3-3.
Azuolas will have the break-in rack number 7.
Maybe there's something in that timeout, because in the other under-19s match, it's also 3-3, so both Lithuanian players went 3-0 ahead, and then we've been clawed back to 3-3. So he's deciding to take maybe a strategic timeout, Eric, and try to
and then
swing it.
3 in a row for him. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure he would definitely take that, but also on the other table, I've just said there, it's all 3-all, and you can see Walt at the table, but giving control back to his opponent. Well, wouldn't it be exciting if both these matches went all the way? You could already hear the fans. I mean, I know Max Benko is a local player, and of course he will have a lot of support, but we did see in some of the earlier matches what is great to see is a lot of the players standing around the arena cheering on the players and supporting them. Remember, we have the team events. Lithuania and Slovenia are still in the team events as well, so all exciting stuff. I do like the team events, Eric. I do think they're good fun as well.
Yeah, playing all 3 games in the same set, too. You have to have a player that's adept at each game. Germany and Austria looking pretty strong in those events, but obviously Lithuania coming in with a good team too.
Yeah, and it's
the
nice
team
because
events are all together, correct, Graham? The team events just have one age group, is that right?
That's a good question. I think so, yes. They can all just...
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's all... I'm not sure. I think it might just be boys, though. I don't know if girls are also playing. I don't think there's a girls' team event, but it's... what I do like about it is when they're playing, normally you're playing individually and you're trying to beat your opponents, but when you notice all 3 games are playing at the same time, you kind of see all the players looking over their shoulder, trying to see how their teammates doing, what's the score on this table, what's the score on that table. It just changes the whole feel of the matches, because if you can get a point on the board as quick as possible, then it just puts extra pressure on the other matches. And yeah, I just think it's such a great dynamic. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, and just the pressure of playing for your teammates too, not only playing for yourself, and that'll give them experience as well. Predator running the World Team Championships on about 3 occasions now.
Yeah, definitely. So, quick timeout there. Everyone is back. Azuolas back to break, and yeah, he'll be hoping to get a momentum shift in his favour from his timeout. Needs to start by getting a break going, get a ball down, and see if he can get some control. Doesn't look to be the case.
Yeah, hit them well, but nothing down. Tough opener for Benko here. I think he can avoid the scratch. Kind of a funny spot where the cue ball is playing into the point of the side pocket. Cue ball can take some funny reactions if it actually does hit the exact point of the side. So he'll be thinking about safe here. Oh, again, the camera's deceiving us. Pardon me, you can't see enough of it, so he's going to push. It's actually possible that he could have seen it, just didn't like the options from where he was.
Yeah, he might give this back. This is a little bit... It's a little bit awkward, yeah. I'm looking at that as well. I wouldn't fancy playing that one. Safety-wise, is not so straightforward. You might have to play some kind of bank on the 1. Try and get some cover that way. Coming back across. And because that 3 ball's been moved, it does open that 2 ball a little bit. Might not be straightforward, but at least the 2 ball does go now. So if he can find a path from this 1 to the 2, yeah, does he have to go around the back and try and hold it? It's a tough one, Eric.
Yeah, I think the cue ball's running a little to the right of the 8, but you got to be careful of the speed. He could have got caught behind the 4. That's why he played safe there. Smart shot.
Another jump shot coming up here. He's probably going to call maybe the 3 ball. Don't think the 1 goes in, so you normally find they call something just in case.
How's the 1 ball going to end up here? It's going to be some kind of offensive opportunity for Azuolas here. Cue ball's running into the 10. If it's running into the left side of the 10, he could develop something towards the 2, but I think it's playing into it a little more heavily, so going to look to draw the cue ball to the left of it.
Yeah, it's tough to see if you
5
miss the
have
10.
tied up.
I don't know if you can get past it.
Yeah, if he draws it, I think he can get to the left of it. Yeah, again, though, and the 4-5 being tied up, this is going to be a tactical rack.
Yeah, the risk of this, though, he's trying to keep it tight. It's funny how the pool gods can punish you sometimes if you don't take an opportunity. I'm not saying you have to take them, but if you turn them down too many times, sometimes you find you don't get another one.
Yeah, the first one I understand when he played safe on the 1 when he was trying it in the bottom left, but that one I kind of like the offense there. Try to take the initiative, maybe make something happen on the 4.
Oh, this is a great shot. That's what I was saying. Finds himself in a bit of trouble. He's now going to have to play a jump. Tables have turned. Good thing is if he can make this 1, granted it's a tough shot, but if he can hit it clean and jump it straight, he will have a shot on the 2.
Nice play.
Wow, what a shot. He had a bit of angle as well. It wasn't straight, so very, very good jump. Losing count of all these jump shots.
That's 2 big jumps, big long distance jumps that he's made now, and that's obviously a weapon in his bag.
Yeah, this 4 and 5 is still a problem. So depending on his angle, which is not bad, it doesn't go on the bottom left, I don't think, Eric, or the side maybe. If not, you might have to try and draw into them. It's aggressive, but otherwise he's potting and then playing safe.
Yeah, he's pretty straight to develop any big energy going off the left long rail. Tough call here. Taking his extension with good reason. He can get into the short side of the 4 and maybe develop some kind of save. Not bad. Gonna have options here.
Can he get behind the 8 ball here, Eric? Just play off the 4 as a scratch on. I don't know if he can just naturally come off the left side rail, drifting behind the 8 and 10.
Yeah, he'd have to draw it, which isn't too bad because he's pretty close to it. Nice shot.
Oh, the 5s came up as well, so makes it extra difficult. And the way Benko is going to have to go up table here. He does have a 2 rail shot, but can he get a good connection on the 4 to still get some kind of safe?
Yeah, the right middle is kind of in the way of where he'd want to be exactly to get solidly into the 4. If he does come on the inside of it, there's a risk of scratching in the bottom right, so he's in a tough spot here.
Yeah, I think if he can just go above the middle pocket and just kind of thin off the 4 ball, he might have a safety option. Thin. Oh, that was so close.
Slightest of misses there.
Yeah, I see what he's trying to do, but he's opened the 5, ball in hand. Just the chance he wanted now to take a 4-3 lead.
Yeah, Azuolas with his first good offensive chance since missing the 2 in the side, which was a thin one and a reasonable mistake. But back on offense here after 3 racks.
Yeah, and
So
you think
move it
those
from the
safety
7
shots...
to the 8.
Yeah, those safety shots you played paid off, Eric. He can't bide his time, and in the end, got his rewards.
Doesn't want the cue ball to be running towards the top right here. It's running close to it, but I think he might be okay to get to the short rail.
Bounce. Yeah, that's okay. He's probably going to try and thread this maybe in between the 10 and the 8 at first glance anyway, but dangerous as he needs to make sure he gets the pace, or he might come off 2 reels and come below the 10 here. Yeah, smarter play. Bit straight maybe. Eric, has he got much angle there? Not sure if he's got much.
Yeah, slightest angle going to the right, but he's going to have to hit this with more speed than he would have wanted. Kind of a stun hit, which can lose the cue ball on those type of hits sometimes. Did lose it a little bit to the short rail, or stuck on the rail. So pressure pocketing here now for Azuolas. See what he's made of here, Graham. First time in a European final.
Yeah, these are the shots that make or break. Big shot this. Yeah, you called it, Eric. Big shot that was. How's the look? He's going to give Benko the same kind of question.
Yeah, distance, but it might be forced to power draw it back. I think he is. So he's got to target the pocket perfectly here.
Yeah, hold on to your hats. He's ever so slightly, I think. Maybe just off a hair to the right, but he should still be fine. It's all about cueing this. At least it's not on the rail.
He can actually follow this, but that's going to take a lot of speed too. Looks like he's going to draw it.
Whoa, cued across it. Oh, another tester coming up, Eric. Drama. Yeah. Both of them having tricky shots to play.
Actually, a little bit easiest of the two that have gone wrong here in the last 2 shots, but still distance, nerves playing a factor here. Nice play. Stunned it perfectly just before the corner pocket.
He'd be glad to get this one on the board. It was a solid 9 ball, and after missing the last one by quite some distance, I think he thought Benko would have probably potted that one, but Max will be feeding that one 4-3. Had a chance to go ahead there, but didn't take it. And Azuolas will be happy to be 4-3. And he follows his teammate, Jacobus, who is also 4-3 up at the moment. And we have some news on the girls. Linnea Hjelmström from Sweden has taken the gold, 5 racks to 1. It's quite a dominant performance there. Congratulations. Very well done. So back to Benko's break. I mean, for Lithuania, Eric, wouldn't it be achievement if they both could win the gold? What a moment that would be for the juniors. Of course, I'm sure both players want to avoid that, but 4 ball nearly. He's going to have a chance here. 2 ball drops. Wow. That'll work out. Look at that break.
Yeah, good opener too. Yeah, I'm sure they'll be all over the news in Lithuania if they double medal here.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, still some way to go in this match, but getting closer to the finish line, rack by rack. 5-ball at first glance is probably going to be the ball. 4-5. I don't like the 5-7 combo. If you can avoid it, great. If you could get behind that 5 and play it up past the 8-ball, I think it goes top left corner. He's checking.
Probably have to use a bit of the left long rail. So he'll want a good angle where he won't have to overhit the speed in that case.
Could he try to move it if he wants to be aggressive from the 3? Just bump it. He's trying it. Oh, what a shot this is. Look at that.
Smart
Happy
shot.
days. What a shot. Always nice with a 4-ball over the side there. It's insurance, but I like that shot a lot.
So they're going to have to move the cue ball now or from the 5 to the 6. I don't mind moving it from the 5 to the 6. We'll have to avoid the 9-10. He's moved it now. And he's going to have to move it on the 5 now. But he can't avoid the 9-10 coming around. Got to be careful here. If you go to the left of the 9, the cue ball's kind of playing towards the right middle off the second rail.
Yeah, it looks to me like he's going to run into the 10 maybe. Just because of the angle.
That too.
Yeah, maybe even the right side of the 9. It's hard to tell how thin the 5 is, but even if he goes into the 10 full ball, that's still kind of okay, you know? Well, he could avoid it quite comfortably, actually.
Avoided the middle too. Nice play.
Yeah, 7-8 needs a little bit of care. He's just looking there. Probably going to have to run the 7 off a couple of rails. So a nice angle to do that would be what he's looking for.
It's got a little too much here. He might have to come around 3 rails. Kind of a stun follow hit too.
Yeah, it's a bit thick, isn't it? I think he was trying to leave the 3 rails, you know, like as a natural kind of coming into the 8-ball. He's kind of landed in between. Exactly what you said. He's going to have to kind of stun this. A little bit more pace. It's a bit short. Pressure 8-ball. Wow, what a moment this is. This is a huge shot now.
With the match on the line, not much for position, but this ball's got to go down here.
Yeah, he needs to dig deep here. Like you said, this is an ex-champion shot. It's very makeable. He's got to fully commit. Oh, played it perfect. Very confident. Hands not even clapping. So he's got a lot of support, which adds extra pressure as well. You know, sitting in your home, your back garden, if you can say that, a home favourite, just adds a little bit of extra pressure.
Yeah, it's funny when you play on your home court. When things are going well, you feel like you're taking a victory lap. But when the pressure gets down, you're kind of almost trying to please everybody as well as pleasing yourself. So it can become a little bit more pressure, but he's taking it well here.
Yeah, and the Lithuanian player in the other final against Walter Laiker is now 5-3 up, so he is on the hill. So Slančević, his teammate, is on the hill. He's not at the table though, so yeah, it'll be super interesting to hear and see what happens in that match. But everything to do for Walter here. He's got to win all the remaining racks. Actually, I apologise. It's race to 7 in the under-19s, so he's not on the hill. He's on 5. So yeah, it's race to 7 in the under-19s, 6 in the under-17s. So still a little bit more pool. I think he's just give ball in hand there, Walter. So maybe a chance to the Lithuanian. Well, here we go. Big break. Who's going to get on the hill first? That's the question in this match.
Nine had a chance, got kicked away, nothing down. Has he left the 1?
I think he has. Not sure on the angle to get to the 2, but looks like he can pot it. Can he drop this below the 4 ball and have a bit of a longer 2? That might be his option. We'll give him okay position to get to the 3. Sometimes you just got to take what the table gives you, Eric, don't you, and just focus on what you can get rather than push the boat out too much at this stage.
Yeah, definitely would have to hit too much speed to get ideal on the 2. But he does, like you said, he does want angle to come over for the 3, so reasonable starter here for Benko. Played well in the comeback. Got it down.
What a time as well to, if he could go 5-4. First time he would take the lead in this match at just the right time. It's amazing how many times that happens in a pool match.
Nicely played. He's in good line now. Wants to be straight on the 5 to get good position on the 6.
And I think the 8 ball is just high enough for him to pot the 6 without any problems, to come in between the 8 and the 10 to go up for the 7, I think. So he could play this 5 in the top right corner and give him a lovely angle on the 6. I think that would be my preferred option rather than risking drawing back for the side or anything. Not sure what you think, Eric, but just a little stun. Give him the best angle for the 6 after the 5.
Yeah, judging by his body language, I think he's a little worried that the cue ball could be playing to the right, but he can cheat the pocket here, keep it straight enough. He's okay. Nice shot.
Shot straight. Yeah, good touch. Very good touch. There you see he's lining it up. 8 ball's not going to be a problem. What a chance to get on the hill.
Yeah, he's buzzing now. You can see him. Finish line a little bit in sight, looking to take his first lead of the match. Azuolas hasn't done much wrong. Really got started on the comeback with that great break and run, including 2 jumps.
Yeah, he's definitely walking around the table with authority now. Looks very comfortable, even though it's big pressure moments. Yeah, that's interesting as well, Eric. Last year, when he won the 10 ball, he won the 10 ball 6-5, and he came back in that match as well against Rivo Mamre from Estonia. A similar story in this match to what it was last year, which is quite incredible. He's not there yet, of course, but he puts himself in a great position. Just shows, I think, like you said earlier on in the match when he was 3-0 down, it's a perfect moment for character to, see if he can battle through and get this win. And he's doing everything he can to do it. Very impressed.
Yeah, tough shot on the 8 as a part of that comeback too.
Yeah, solid stuff. I just noticed there as well, he won the final last year 6-5. He also won his semi-final 6-5 as well, so looks like the 10 ball is maybe on his side. Sometimes it's just meant to be. Big break coming here. He'd love to break and run and take this match out straight away.
Nothing down again, and that break box proving to be a little bit tougher for these players. Six balls tied up with the 7. So first battle to be won will be on the 1. But nothing straightforward going through the rack.
Yeah, I think Azuolas will just be happy to be at the table to try and see what he can do. How's the pace though? He's hit that a little bit hard. This is one of them horrible ones where if you try to catch the thin edge of the 1, I'd think I'd be giving this one back. This could go wrong for sure in terms of a safety play. Don't like this shot at all.
Yeah, just too much distance to be confident catching the thinnest right edge of the 1, but that's the only shot here, and Azuolas is going to have to trust his eyes and trust the roll of the table on this one.
There you go.
That's the whole ball. Yeah.
Yeah, so dangerous. That push out is always a thing that kind of push out always seems to come back to you when you play them. They're very much high tariff risk shots given the moment in the match. Yeah, I guess you could question, was it the right one to play, but I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, I think if he was just a little more off the rail, it would have made the shot just a little higher percentage. Benko's going to have to make a plan here to develop the 6. It is available in the right middle. The 5 could play over 2 rails into the short side.
Yeah, does he have a 6-9 combo? I think he does, That could be an option.
True, yeah. Yeah.
Not ideal, but sometimes you just got to take what you've got, because I think 5 to 6, it's really, really tricky. But the 3, 4, and 5 don't pose any problems, so if he's made his mind up, he's going to be leaving a 5 to a 6-9 combo potentially.
Well, the nice thing about the combos, you'll be contacting the 9 very thickly, so the 6 should just kind of stay where the 9 is, and that's a good spot to be pocketing the 6.
Yeah, that's a good call. And because of that, he would love to be pretty much straight on the 6, so this shot's important. If you can draw it back and leave an angle so he can play off the long rail and come into the line of the shot, that would be ideal. I think he was a bit annoyed that he's left too much angle on this 4, but he might even choose to draw it off the long rail just to give him the angle, unless he can hold it. It looks pretty straight.
Oh, it's going the wrong way. He might be able to cheat the right part of the pocket and come 2 rails forward, but he really needs to get good on this 6. There's going to be pressure on it, and just be wanting to focus all in on the combo. If he's on any kind of angle, it's going to make the shot a lot tougher. That's pretty good.
Doesn't look too bad. Distance, but he's got a good line on it. That's the most important thing. Big shot, just calling his extension. Yeah, big moment. In the under-19s as well, the other Lithuanian player is on the hill, so I think he was at the table. It's one of them ones where it could be a celebration while you're down on your shot if somebody was to win.
If anything, the 6 could track to the right, to call it the left long rail, a little bit off the 9. But if he stops the cue ball, he should be able to make it regardless. Oh, he hasn't stopped the cue ball enough.
He's got a nice bank though.
He's going to have to bank the 6 here for the win. Adversity all the way to the finish line here for Benko, but he does have a chance to finish it off.
Yeah, and this kind of bank, it's coming into the pocket in a favourable angle, so as long as he doesn't catch it on the short side and he can give it every chance, he's got natural position on the 7, just got to go full-blooded. Got it. Great shot. There you go. Lithuania must win the 19s. Tell the celebration was coming, like I said.
Referee rightfully so, stopping the shot clock here, giving the crowd a chance to settle down. So just regroup.
Yes.
3 balls for the title here. Oh, he's a little thin, Graham. It's going to be tough to hold this one rail. It's possible, but I think he'll want to go up and down here.
Yeah, I agree. Depends how comfortable he feels, but it's probably going to have to let his arm go just a little bit more, just to come straight up and down 2 rails. Oh, he's playing the 1 rail. He's got it. Oh, he's a bit 50.
Yeah, not perfect here, but this 10 ball for the title for the under 17 European Boys 10 ball championship. Looking to take his 2nd title in a row.
Yeah, and back-to-back golds as well. So, impressive stuff. What a moment for the young man.
He's missed it, Graham. Wow,
Oh,
the
Eric.
arrows to misses.
Oh my goodness. Wow, talk about what does that do to you?
Wow, it's just the pressure there. It was a missable ball, but one that you would expect him to get for the title. And Azuolas quickly out of his chair with a gift here, and we're going to the hill. Wow.
His face. Oh my god, Benko is absolutely churning. These are the moments as a pool player, Eric, where you go from just about feeling the best feeling ever to feeling the worst. It's a roller coaster of emotions. But he's going to have to go for a 6-5 win again if he wants to win this title. Look at the young Lithuanian player as well. Can't believe it. Drama.
It's going to be Azuolas to break in rack number 11. Only had the 1 break and run from Benko in rack number 4, but always a threat. They both hit it well. Benko's going to have to regroup in his chair here because he'll likely get a chance at the table. Always tough to come back after a miss like that. But all down to 1 game here for the title.
What's your prediction on the break, Eric? I think he's going to get a chance. He hasn't had one really from the break. Is it one of those where he's due a chance?
Could be.
Oh, what a moment.
Five balls down. Where's the 1?
Does it go in the bottom corner? Goes to the side.
He's okay in the side, yeah.
Wow, what a chance. That's all you want is a chance, isn't it? Does he have any problem balls? That's a question. Can he get on the next ball from here?
Yeah, I think the biggest question here is can he draw and avoid the 8, kind of coming before the 8. It's a lot of angle. Might be in tough on that play. Yeah, that's a smart shot there. I think he was going to hit the 8 regardless if he tried the side. The corner was a tough on the pocketing, and he's got him bad here. He's going to have to go multiple rails. Not really any opportunity to tie anything up.
Wow, Benko looks in absolute bits, doesn't he, Eric? He's thinking, what has happened? I've gone from basically having a 10 ball to win the title, and now I'm incredibly hooked behind an 8 ball. This is just crazy scenes. Got a feel for the young man, but hey, this is what pool does. Oh, and he's hit it. Oh wow, what a result he's had there. Could have been a lot worse. Could have been ball in hand.
It is possible to get enough draw out of this to avoid the left middle coming back. Cue ball's going to be playing near the 7-10, but look for him to play offense here. Chance at the win.
Oh, he's got it, Eric. What a shot.
He's avoided the 7-10.
Wow, what a moment for Lithuania. seeing his teammate just win on the other table as well must spur him on, thinking, I'd love to get this one. This would be just such a special moment for either player for different reasons. Oh no, is he going to get there? He is.
It's okay.
Wow. This is the pressure cooker right here, Eric. This is... doesn't get any bigger than this. 5-5 when you think the match is over, and all of a sudden you've got a chance to win. Intense.
Second on the long pocketing here. Yeah. Cue ball is playing to the right of the 10. It's going to have to kind of dead weight this. Just enough speed that he can feel reasonably comfortable with it, but big pressure on this shot.
Yeah, I'm feeling nervous for them. Oh, big bounce he needs. Short, Eric. Is there more drama?
This is trouble.
Yeah, this is not nice as well. I don't even know if he can get on the black. Can he draw it and go topside? Don't even think he can.
He can avoid the scratch with draw, but on the follow, the cue ball is playing to the right middle, I think. He might be just going to the left of the middle if he does play follow, which will help him. In that case, he'd be coming 3 rails around. There is a bank to the left middle if he wants it. Looking at pocketing the 7 directly here, though.
Yeah. What a shot this is. Missed it. Oh my goodness. Where's the cue ball? Oh my gosh.
Wow.
This is crazy. Benko was thinking, please just give me a chance. Talk about pressure. Do you take this 8 ball on and go all in? He's called it.
Yeah, I think you have to. Gonna be 3 rails back here. He can play it with straight high, which will help the feel on the pocketing, but definitely a missable ball.
Yeah, it's such a danger to overcut this, isn't it? Absolutely nailed it. Needs another one though. Goodness me. What a finish this would be. These last 3 shots will be incredible.
He's going to have 8 on the 10 here, Graham.
Wow. Well, if he pots this 10, absolutely incredible scenes. He hasn't got an extension anymore, so he needs to give himself a moment to regroup. Benko can't even look. What drama, Eric. Incredible scenes, this. He's made it.
Just oh my side of the pocket.
Oh my God. Wow. What an absolute incredible scene. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if he cried. That's absolutely phenomenal. Eric, what a match. There you go.
Azuolas Tadaravicius, 2025 under-17 European 10 ball champion. What a match.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. There you go. What a match, everyone. Lithuania taking both golds. Feel for Benko, but you have to give this guy a lot of heart. That was a phenomenal clearance. Absolutely well deserved. Slovenia not to be. He's very disheartened there, but he's had a fantastic run to the final. Still gets the silver. I've been Graham Hickman. Thanks, Eric Olafsson, for joining me in the final, and we will be back tomorrow morning for more action. We hope to see you then. Bye for now.